Hi.
Here we are.
We are.
We are in Barcelona.
Yeah.
It's been a week, hasn't it?
It has. A great week, though.
It has been a good week.
Yeah.
You've been running around like crazy.
Yeah.
Inside the venue, outside the venue.
I got a guy now.
Getting all the stuff sorted out.
Absolutely.
A lot of project things.
Absolutely.
A lot of project things. Starr, it's great to see you.
It's good to see you as well.
And thanks for all that you do for OWASP Global and, of course, with the events and everything.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Amazing work.
For being here to share it with more people.
It's my pleasure.
Want more people.
All the audience needs to know what OWASP is.
For sure.
And so I'm excited for that. So keep close to me over here.
Okay.
And tell people who Starr is and what your official role is, and then all the other crazy stuff you get involved in.
So I am Starr Brown. I am the Director of Open Source Projects and Programs for OWASP, and that means that I take care of the people and the projects and all of the subsequent things related to that for OWASP, for our entire project ecosystem. Projects are they're the fruit of OWASP's labor, really. They're the most visible thing you see in the community. They're free, open source, always open source. Tools, documentation, code, resources, all collected into areas of focus that apply to different things. So everyone knows the OWASP Top 10, but that's one of about 130 other projects. We have
130. That's a good number.
It's a lot, but there are a lot of community members that build and think about making the actual mission or delivering mission of ending insecure software.
Right.
So that comes in things from ASVS, application verification
version
standards.
5.
Yeah, it's coming out today.
Yeah.
For like GenAI, they've had huge movement, and that didn't exist 2 years ago for us. But now it's almost like got enough work happening under it that it's like the entire combined, all the other projects equal the amount of research and people participating in that area of study right now.
Yep. And even new ones. Jim said AI SVS.
Yep.
So what? So top 10 ASVS. I was just on with
SAMM,
Rom talking about SAMM. Funny enough.
Software Assurance Maturity Model. I didn't really even know what that meant, and that's it's sad because it's my area, but I don't build software. But what I did learn was that each organizations need to have a way to measure in an easy, manageable method their maturity of their product. So it helps you step through that. We have card games. We have things like Cornucopia that help you threat model.
I saw people having such a good time playing that game yesterday.
They did.
They all wanted cards for themselves, cards for their peers.
Yep.
It's incredible.
And that's a great way to reach other audiences. So to engage within your org, your developers or your business people, to make them understand why security matters and how it impacts their specific things. So learning through gaming is a big thing. Lots of projects.
Lots of projects. We don't have time to go through all 130.
Yeah.
At one point I thought maybe I'll talk to some of the project leads.
Right.
And I'm like, that's not going to happen. Let's just chat with you. Are there any other notable flagships that you want to highlight? And then maybe we can talk about some of the newer projects.
So we've got really important things in terms of regulation, governance, standardization happening with the AI Exchange, as well as the Transparency Exchange. T with the koala, yes, but those are all things that actually roll up into very important legal governance, like the CRA, or partnerships with CEN or CEN-CENELEC, to help. They drive legislative decisions that then become permanent. So I appreciate that they come to experts to set those standards and guidelines and guardrails and truly try to seek understanding before they make laws. We have things like dependency check and dependency tracker, things in the SBOM space, tooling around it. We have one that just spits out dependency check, spits it out. You can feed it your recipe basically, and it gives you all of the components back out in the form of an XBOM.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Lots of stuff.
Yeah, I had a good chat with Ollie as well.
Ollie's wonderful.
Yep, good stuff. What? So you mentioned the AI Exchange, and I think there's a few AI things new in the last couple of years. But
yeah, the regulatory space really is kind of umbrellaed under the AI Exchange. So things around law. or policy. Then the GenAI Security Project is another umbrella, but there are actually at least probably 10 different initiatives that have hundreds of people researching and compiling documentation tools and resources in different areas. So right now we're seeing a lot of traction with the agentic because of a chat agent, that's what that is. So the agentic initiative is huge. We have a red teaming initiative, all under the GenAI Security Project, which is also the home of the LLM Top 10.
Right. Yeah, some really good people working on those, like Rock and Sandy, and I forget who not
John and Scott and all the people. I can't name names because there's so many great people. There are too many names. That would be unfair. Yeah. So I had to retract all those. But let's talk. I don't know if you have a sense of numbers, because you said a couple hundred people, a few hundred people on different projects. I've heard similar numbers, hundreds of people, certainly on some of the bigger ones. Yeah. How big is the community?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a few data points. I would say there's approximately 33,000 people in our Slack communicating and participating, collaborating every day. That's just our Slack. There are other project-based Slacks that have spawned that have similar numbers. But really, we operate with approximately 8,500 members. We have about 150 chapters, 130 projects all over the world. We're not any one nation's thing. We're a global organization with community literally everywhere.
Right. So many people, so many people. That's why I love these events. I was fortunate enough to be in Lisbon last year.
So nice.
And great group of folks, many of whom I've seen again this year in Barcelona. DC's coming up.
Yes.
You want to?
I'm so excited for the keynotes coming, and I believe they were just added to the schedule, so I'm safe to share. We've got both Adam Shostak and Daniel Meisler coming through to deliver, I mean, the best. And that'll have even more training, even more resources, and again, I like to present projects, so we'll have a project demo room to get more hands-on with the projects and talk to the people who made them with your specific questions or thoughts or use cases, and then we also have the showcase track where people talk to you about their projects.
Yeah. Super fun, super fun. I'll include a link to DC.
Please do,
so people can register for that. Maybe you can share a resource or two for the best way to get into the projects. Maybe a call to action for project participants, members.
Yeah, I would say take some time, explore a little bit on owasp.org/projects and see what's happening and see what area, but then the next step would be to join our Slack. If you simply Google OWASP Slack invite, it's the easiest onboarding. You put your email in, you get into the community, and then you can begin the conversations that'll help kind of guide where you collaborate and what you want to learn.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
As well are you, Starr. You're amazing.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for everything you do. Please do connect to OWASP.org, look at the projects, become a member, participate in the community, come to the events.
Yeah, can I mention one thing that's near and dear to me?
Absolutely. Sorry, I didn't mean to stop.
Before DC, another amazing OWASP event will be the OWASP Community Room at DEF CON. So Hacker Summer Camp, which is near and dear to my heart. Yes. But we have stood up an entire program, like a mini conference in our space, to deliver our content with our project makers, to bring them to summer camp so that we can all collaborate, have a little bit of fun, but really more than anything, talk to one another and build stuff together, break stuff together.
A lot of build and break stuff together.
Exactly. I'm a breaker, I'm not a builder.
DEF CON is really cool. So Marco and I will be in Vegas, of course, for that.
See you there then.
We'll participate in that. Thank you for mentioning that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because that's a huge community also. Not just AppSec, but the bigger
It's the whole, because it takes the whole to secure AppSec.
Yeah, absolutely. Starr, thank you.
My pleasure.
So much,
thank you.
And hopefully not our last chat.
It won't be. I'll see you at camp.
We'll see you at camp and in DC. Awesome. Thanks, everybody. Stay connected. Lots more coming here from AppSec Global here in Barcelona, and more coming throughout the year.
Yes.
Keep well.
Thanks.